Including the remake of the first one, which is due out at the end of next week, there are 8 entries altogether in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Out of those films, only 2 of them actually had a single released from its soundtrack, meaning there are music videos available. I'll be looking at those 2 today. The first one is Dream Warriors by Dokken, that was released for the 3rd film, which was also called Dream Warriors. It's an interesting video. They've merged the clips that are mostly seen from the beginning of the film, and you can see that the band got full use of the sets. So you have this kind of vague plot where Dokken, the band, are themselves the Dream Warriors battling Freddy, and until the final showdown, it's the girl that sees them as apparitions, and then they're kind of accompanying her through her journey. That's how they're portraying themselves. The editing is a bit off at times. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's so slow and gradual that they do more focus on making you feel like you're in a weird, fantastical world, instead of keeping up any kind of pace or drama or climax. As a result, I'm not at all interested in this video. If I wasn't looking at it to analyse, I wouldn't even care, I'd just change channel. As for the kind of video, it's not quite a cop-out, considering that they did put a lot of thought into what kind of scenery, setting and pacing they wanted. So instead of it being an outright cop-out video, I think it's more apt to say that it's creative, since they're being creative with the clips, but it's a bit of an uninspired creative. So the final score for this one would have to be 2. Next. What the hell am I seeing? What are they trying to do? There are just so many things wrong with this video. Okay, so let's talk about, first of all, where should I start? I'm sorry. Okay, I'll start with all the cliches. I'll ignore the fact that this is for a Nightmare soundtrack. In fact, I'm finding it very hard to believe that this is a Nightmare soundtrack. We have some black dudes rapping, of course. We have said black dudes rapping, trying to make us laugh through their very funny antics, but they completely fail, of course. And we also have a really contrived plot to match this really daft scenario that we're getting. The very beginning of this video has no music, it's them acting. Mark, the white and gold shirt guy, has inherited this house from his uncle Freddy Krueger. And in order to get the house, you have to, you've guessed it, stay there for one night. So they use a really cliche-ridden plot device in order to come up with a contrived set of scenarios to try and promote this movie, which is A Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Say, didn't it bomb? I swear that this video is partly responsible. Now, worst of all is the use of Freddy Krueger, because while they use the genuine house and the genuine sets and all that, you also find that Robert Englund is playing as Freddy and he's mouthing along with the lines of Freddy's that are included in the song, and you find that Freddy is just as much a really bad pantomime character as everyone else in this video. If I was not a massive Nightmare on Elm Street fan, and guess what, I'm not, I would take one look at this video and think, no, I can't take Freddy seriously. Why should I be afraid of this clown? Since the video is not only bad but misleading, I'm going to have to give it the score of 1. Now, one more question. I know I don't normally comment on the song itself, but why rap? Rap does not match the atmosphere that the films are trying to create. Heavy metal, I understand, it can tap into that fantastical aura. Definitely matches the kind of supernatural element in these movies, but rap? And the more uplifting, charming rap? No, someone made a really bad decision, and it was obviously for commercial gain, and it didn't work.